The match between Blue Lock 11 and Japan U20 national team is still going on. In the previous episode, at an angle and position where it was impossible to make a shot, Sai suddenly sent a line drive shot into the goal which surprised the crowd and gave the U20 team a 1-goal lead. The U20 players are celebrating with Sai for the goal he scored, but Sai refuses with a cold expression. Then Sai looks at Sendo and says, 3. Sendo looks confused, so Sai said, "That's the number of times I could have shot, but I held myself back and spend my precious time passing to you guys instead. And yet that waste of oxygen over there blew a goal even a monkey would have scored. So I got pissed and just did it myself." Upon hearing that, Sendo looked so angry, but then Aiku came in and said that the Blue Lock goalkeeper made a pretty good save. Sai looks upset and says, "What's the point of a striker who doesn't even score? Someone with worse scoring capability than a midfielder like me isn't worthy of being called a striker." On the side of the Blue Lock team, Gagamaru looks very excited after he manages to block the ball for the first time. And then Nico told Isagi about U20. They have a perfect defense followed by a quick counterattack with Sai there. Their team strategy became much stronger, and Isagi agreed with that. They start out by fortifying their defensive line with the 4 defenders. While we're unable to bring our offense together, they steal the ball, and using Itoshi Sai as their springboard, they instantly mount their counterattack. This is U20 Team Japan's battle style. On the bench, Henry told Jinpachi that the game they practiced at training camp wasn't working at all. Then Jinpachi said to Henry, "Practice is just practice. When you're practicing, all you're really doing is demonstrating your technical skills in a no-stress environment. You see it happen in all fields of performance. There are people who perform well in practice, but fall short when it comes to the real thing. The decisive difference between practice and the real deal is the presence of stress. The setting of your opponent, your own body condition, changes in your mental state, your muscles tensing up, your thoughts coming to a stop. When it comes to the real deal, there are plenty of factors that can lead you into a downward spiral. Nothing goes like in practice. And the only way to overcome that stress is by improving. Just shut up and trust in them. When it comes to the real deal, our egoists always deliver." Restart. And Rin passes the ball to Isagi. At this moment, Isagi realizes that he's still missing a piece to break down the U20 defense, and the only thing he could do now was to use everything he had and focus on building his game with Rin. While they were trading passes, Wakatsuki Itsuki and Hayate Haru as the U20 defensive midfielder came in to block, but Rin and Isagi weren't distracted by that. They both made 1-2 passes at a fast tempo, and even Isagi moved in a calculated way, which drastically broadened Rin's range to move. And Rin made a sudden move by back heel passing to Bachira, who was right on his back. Then Rin and Isagi broke through the defense of the U20 area. Bachira, who saw the opportunity, quickly sent a long pass to Rin, who had broken through. And now Rin was in a perfect position to shoot the ball. But instead of shooting, he went to the sideline and worsened the angle of his shot. Rin kicked the ball with his left foot, which was not dominant. He tried to repeat the goal Sai scored before, but it was useless. The ball went above the goalkeeper, but at the last moment the goalkeeper got to touch the ball with his fingertips, making the ball hit the post. The second ball was taken by Yukimiya, who was in the ideal spot to dribble. But it won't be easy, as Neru came straight to intercept. Isagi realized and quickly responds by covering Yukimiya's movement using the offensive patterns they have practiced at the training camp. When Yukimiya faced one-on-one, Isagi was in sight of the defense line and moved forward with the intention of outwitting the U20 movements. When Neru was distracted by the movements of Isagi, Yukimiya took a perfect shot that was aimed right at the corner of the goal. But unexpectedly, Aiku blocked Yukimiya's shot, which made the ball loose. Neo yells and orders Durai to block the loose ball, but just then the Blue Lock ninja started to react. Atoya with a quick response overtakes Durai and directly shoots at the goal. But his shot was blocked by Neo using his face. The ball deflected and came to Nagi, Nagi knew this was his chance, and he took a step to shoot. But Hayate and Wakatsuki didn't let it go. They both tried to block the shot. At that moment, with a quick response, Nagi cancelled the shot and made a feint by lifting the ball to dodge the tackle, and then when he got the perfect angle to shoot, he jumping turn and sent his powerful shot into the goal to score. Nagi Seishiro scores a super goal, and the Blue Lock 11 ties the score, 1-1. Both sportscasters were shocked by the goal that had just been scored, and the crowd in the stadium looked bizarre. They wondered if the Blue Lock project was a success, and now they can no longer say who the protagonist of this match is. And on the other side, the coach and the president of the Japan U20 Association looked upset. On the field, Nagi sat on the ground with his fist pumped up in celebration of his goal. Isagi and Chigiri run up to Nagi and jump on his back, and it's not just them that are happy, as we can see most of the Blue Lock players grinning. On the bench we can see Anri, who is also very happy and says that they did it. Then she wonders why their offense strategy is suddenly working, and she says that it makes her wonder why they had so many troubles in the first place. Then Jinpachi said to Anri, "Don't get so carried away by a goal. They can create a situation where they've got a 50-50 chance at scoring. Our forwards are expected to do that much." Itoshi Rin's improvisation was the origin of that goal. "Didn't I tell you? Our players are strong. All the selections I put them through have trained their capacity to improvise. When one moves toward an objective, thing rarely ever go according to plan. Whatever's written in textbooks and manuals may be textually correct, but out in the reality of the field, it's nothing more than abstract theory. And when one's strategy doesn't go as planned, your average will start to panic. They will find comfort in locating the source of their failure, and then waste time revising their approach. Such is the mindset of a loser. But a winner sees a challenge. Whether they can get into that mindset quickly will be crucial, even if your plans fall apart. Even if the path you take is not ideal, as long as you don't lose sight of your objective, your situation just becomes another challenge. The mindset necessary for improving. Blue Lock doesn't need an average who waits around for orders. What we want are the egoists who can discover their own challenges. Itoshi Rin moves toward that challenge faster than anyone else, and Isagi Yoichi responded to that. It seems that Isagi really is the key to Itoshi Rin's awakening. On the field, Isagi began to record the pattern of the goal that had just been scored in his head. It was a toss-up between Yukimiya, Atoya, and Nagi. Between those three, they all had the incredible shooting potential to make it happen. But that was because the opponent's formation fell apart, creating a scenario in which they were able to use their weapons just like in practice. The one who paved the way to that goal was Rin, without a doubt. I didn't completely grasp what he was thinking, but thanks to those words, I managed to focus on linking up with him. Rin gave me a new challenge. And then Isagi told Rin that it was too bad he didn't get a score, but it was still a great play. But Rin responded in a bad way and asked if Isagi was making fun of him and said there was no point unless he scored. Rin said that Isagi also tried to steal a goal. "You stuck to me like shit to a shoe when we were in the middle of the field. But as soon as we got close to the goal, you peeled off, looking for your chance in the spotlight. We are devouring each other to achieve our objectives. This distorted relationship is how you and I should be." Isagi realized that it was this sense of distance that created the unpredictability of the game. He and Rin posed a threat to the opponent. There is no need to play nice fights for the sake of the goal. Until here this episode, what do you think? Give your opinion about this episode. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to this channel, so you don't miss the latest videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.